From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Cousins on first down. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And the Vikings first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
First down, Minnesota.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Randall Cobb on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the
play. Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Flushed out right. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Cousins. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Cousins again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again. It's Cousins. And he's got it. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter. And he's got a 1st down. Again, it's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Cousins to throw it. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Their defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. To throw, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on
and that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might get a gold watch, too.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. With a completion. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
one thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Fuller. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Six nothing our score after 1.
With the score, Vikings 6, Texans nothing.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Three yards remain for 2nd down. Now Watson steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, and him ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
17 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
They go play action. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Jefferson.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2 at the Texans' 13-yard line.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Harrison Smith.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And the ball comes loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Cousins. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
7 yards. It's 2nd down and goal.
2nd down and goal. Cousins back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, the 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Touchdown, Texans.
So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Texans 7, Vikings 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Dalvin Cook. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Cousins now. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. They'll throw again. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins again. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Cousins on first down. And is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
The Vikings.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Again, it's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Zach Cunningham with a pick. A big seam, and he might go all the way.
There's some excitement. Go for 2. And instead, it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I get running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety, Harrison Smith. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Cousins now to throw on first down. Smith catches left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, here's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Cousins pass intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will be brought down as time is now run out in this first half of action. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He was credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw, Watson. Throw outside, complete. It's Fuller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, screenplay, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. To throw is Watson. He's getting his target. It's caught. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They go back to the ground with Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Vikings' 24-yard line.
Off of play action, it's Watson. His throw caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And this time he is in. Duke Johnson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have once again taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
They have enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Cousins to throw it. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well.
And the Vikings
lets it fly for Thielen. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Watson now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Watson. Being chased out left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And here comes Abdullah on the return. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run again on first down. Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
carrier.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Cousins. Buying time to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
A 22-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here comes Cobb. Now, it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
About the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson finding throws complete. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Working out of the gun. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown on the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And it is good, and the lead will swell to 9.
The score, Vikings 22, Texans 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Cobb. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a first down throw. Watson forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They will get knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
7-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 35-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
23 yards.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Now Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Watson now to throw. Incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to have the hook up to QT. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
The 29-yard line.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Good catch there by Randall Cobb. We know him as a longtime Packer who spent last season in Dallas. Now he brings his veteran presence to Houston, where he can help the young quarterback, Deshaun Watson, continue to develop.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Vikings, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.